legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals. Here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now Patterson to start the drive. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On the move, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. He's got a man complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Falcons. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
On 1, ready?
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Here we go. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Here we go, the run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamal Chase with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Demir Bird to return from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Still 9 remaining on second down. On second down, a run with Patterson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, you get a pick 6 in a season. It's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I'm going to play cards against this guy in the lottery.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
on first down. Out to his left. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That play there was certainly a scouting report special because Comfort was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll go. It's Patterson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. On first down, going back to Patterson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here's Patterson again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now back to throw. Got his man. It's London. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Burrow will throw. He will find his man Chase complete. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, Patterson. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Here we go. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by D'Angelo Malone.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From midfield now, Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. On 1, ready? Mixon will try the right side. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here we go.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open net. It's complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Here we go.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. They'll give it to Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Mixon again. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the round is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Bird to return from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'll set up to throw. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked up by Von Bell. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. McPherson now for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And that flag accepted. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Watch out now, 52.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This pass is caught by London. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 24 yards.
On the set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hill. Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He completes it to Boyd. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Burrow. over the middle. He finds Higgins. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 33 yards that time.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. That's out quickly to London. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And a pretty nifty hurdle there before he's brought down. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are able to at least get one score back. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Drive about to get going. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Burrow now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
12.
Now it's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Pass midfield. Still going. Spinning away. And they finally stop him, but not before he's inside the 15. A terrific return.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Throwing on 2nd down. Burrow. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point in the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Bird to return from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throw left side. There's London. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. They'll drop to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's Austin. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And the ball is knocked out. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
Side complete. That's Boyd. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass at just under 20 yards.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bengals could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Take it at about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
They'll look to throw now on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Logan Wilson gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, it's an old chestnut, but let's face it, offensively, they've got to have some pride here because this has been a worst-case scenario all game for them. Keep putting in the effort. Keep trying to keep your quarterback upright and get through the end of this one as quickly as possible.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
10 yards.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. Now here's the option play going left. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion. And I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Drill, 52. Fight, 97. Go. Ready.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So the holding call on the offense. So they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this one to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here we go.
And they take a knee. Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Cincinnati, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's yet another loss as they